Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an article from the Associated Press. It was published on January 3rd. It's written by Matthew Daly, Catherine Lucy, and Jill Colvin. Day 13, Dems passed funding plan without wall. Trump digs in. See, the title right there should give you a clue of the slant on this story. They're trying to make the Democrats look like the heroes and Trump look big and bad and evil. You know, the bad orange Trump. Give me a fucking break. I mean, it's so funny because, you know, they put this title and they really think that them pushing this narrative is actually going to fly. See, Americans are actually more awake than they've been in a while, to say the least. The general population will say. Because part of it, on that note, is the Trump derangement syndrome that woke people up, that had them, you know, pay attention to their surroundings. And they honestly think that they can get, you know, they're going to get away with this portrayal here. You know, it's funny. Let's get into the article, though. On their first day in the majority, House Democrats on Thursday night passed a plan to reopen the government without funding President Donald Trump's promised border wall. Yeah, and they honestly thought that they would get him to fucking cave and sign off on it. They couldn't even get it out of the fucking House. Because it's fucking delusional, because they know they can't get the shit passed. They thought that they would get this done and they would make Trump look bad. Because, oh, look, Trump won't go and sign this. They're the ones looking like fucking idiots because people are like, you know, the federal budget is this much. $5 billion ain't shit. Just give them the $5 billion to get them to shut the fuck up. I mean, that's what people on like the anti-Trump side are saying at this point. Just give them the $5 billion to shut them the fuck up. Okay, well, the other side's going, give them the $5 billion, you stupid fucks, because you're looking like idiots. And the other side is still thinking that they look like idiots. They just don't want to say it. It's funny. The largely party line votes came after Trump made a surprise appearance at the White House briefing room, pledging to keep the fight up for his signature campaign promise. Well, of course. See, unlike these politicians, like the Democrats in the establishment, you know, whether they're Democrat or Republican, or they're fucking loons like Ocasio, fucking crazy eyes Cortez, who makes promises she can't keep. Okay, Trump actually will keep his promises. They don't understand that. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said Trump and Senate Republicans should take yes for an answer and approve the border bill, which was virtually identical to the plan the Senate adopted on a voice vote last month. Well, fuck her. See, this is what's fucked up, is she's like, well, the Republicans should just bow down to us Democrats and take it up the ass without any Vaseline. Fuck you. She is delusional. I mean, I've had people from her district that are kind of in the know, message me, leave comments, shit like that. And they talk about how she's like, you know, that she isn't fucking losing her marbles. It's because she's a full-fledged alcoholic. You know, she's a full-fledger. That she's this delusional. Well, it looks like she was hitting the bottle fucking hard to come up with that one. Take yes for an answer. Let us fuck you up the ass without any Vaseline. It's like, you dumb bitch. That's not how it works. Anyway, let's get going here. We're not doing a wall. Does anyone have any doubt that we're not doing a wall? Pelosi told reporters at a news conference Thursday night. Actually, she stated a question. She didn't tell them. She asked them. All right. On the second half. Okay. And what's funny is that she honestly thinks that because she says this, it's going to be true. We're not doing a wall. Does anyone have any doubt? Bitch, yeah. There's a lot of doubt on that fact of not doing a wall, because guess what? The wall has become a in-your-face fucking situation. Unlike the last several decades where, oh yeah, we're border wall, border security, border fence, border this, border that. Okay, and people go back to fucking sleep. People are awake now. You can't just make this disappear. And for you to think that the wall ain't going to happen, I can't wait until you eat fucking crow, bitch. Because it's going to happen one way or another. If Trump has to declare a national emergency and have the military build the fucking wall, they're going to build the fucking wall. And the difference being is if he does it that way, there's probably going to be a complete fucking wall. Oh, God, you delusional bitch. Oh, God. You being the head of the Speaker of the House is going to be 2 years of fucking constant entertainment. Oh, shit. Oh, God, this is so funny. Pelosi, who was elected Speaker earlier Thursday, also took a shot at Trump, calling his proposal a wall between reality and his constituents. No, the wall will be a reality because of his constituents. Go have a couple swigs off your bottle, bitch. Because you need to get drunker. Maybe pass the fuck out from it. Holy shit. Oh my God. This is why I decided to do this article, even though it's going to go up now on the 5th. And I just saw it late on the 4th, okay? I saw this and I was like, this bitch is delusional. I got to get into this. This is some funny shit. Trump strode into the White House briefing room Thursday, the 13th day of the partial government shutdown, and declared that without a wall, you cannot have border security. Yeah, that's a statement of fucking fact. You can not... If you don't have a way of securing your border, whether it be guard posts every, the max distance you can go, line of sight, a wall or something, your border is like a fucking colander, all right? And the illegals are like the water just pouring through that shit. See, people don't understand that. And the thing is you can have terrorists coming across those porous borders. That's another major issue with this. And I don't realize that. He then left without taking questions from reporters. Yeah, leave him wanting more. The appearance came hours after the new Congress convened, with Democrats taking majority control of the House and returning Pelosi to the speakership after 8 years of GOP control. Yeah, they go back with their failed fucking former speaker. That's what's funny about the Democrats. They'll throw some bitch who failed back in that same position. The Democratic legislation to reopen the government without funding the wall is going nowhere in the Senate, where Republicans want Trump's endorsement before voting on a funding package. Yeah. Trump is demanding billions of dollars to build his wall along the U.S. border with Mexico, which the Democrats have refused. They've more than refused. They've spurged out about it. Because they know if the wall happens, their influx of voter base that they're counting on to shift the political demographic of this country will come to an end if they get the wall put up. Well, if the wall gets put up, more accurately, because they're not the ones who want it. But you know what I'm getting at. Asked if she would give Trump $1 for a wall to reopen the government, Pelosi said, $1? Yeah, $1. The fact is, a wall isn't a morality. It's not who we are as a nation. What the fuck are you talking about? You stupid bitch, not who we are as a nation. Considering that almost everyone in fucking Congress lives behind walls. Number one. And you represent the people. Number two. That means that we are a nation of walls. That's who we are. Because we like to protect what's own. People put walls and fences around their fucking property all the time. If that's not who we are as a nation, there would be no fences, no walls or anything like that. You wouldn't have walls around your palatial fucking multi-fucking-million-dollar home, bitch. Holy shit. And a wall is not an immorality. What is immoral is not letting someone build a wall to protect their home. Because, see, they don't understand. They're not seeing this the way it should be seen. The United States is our home. We want to protect our home. How do people protect their homes? Well, let's see. They build walls around them. They build fences around them. They do things to secure their property. to me, stopping someone from doing those things is immoral. Plain and simple. It is immoral to force the American people to accept these people just coming across, being a drain on the system, working under the table, besides being a drain on the system, because working under the table and being illegal, they can do that. They can work a day job and collect free fucking shit. So that driving wages down, fucking Americans over in the process. That's immoral. All right? Not putting your own people first. I mean, charity starts at home. All right? Ignoring the people in your home that need help in place of other people. That's immoral. Congressional leaders from both parties met with Trump at the White House Wednesday, but failed to make progress during their first sit-down in weeks. The White House has invited the leaders back Friday for another round of talks that officials have suggested might be more successful now that Pelosi has been sworn in. No, it would have been more successful the other way around. Because this bitch is so drunk on alcohol and power that she honestly thinks that she's going to win this shit, and she will fucking drag this shit out. She thinks that, all right, this is a game of chicken. And the thing is she's on a fucking pedal bike. Trump's in a fucking 18-wheeler. She thinks that Trump's going to fucking swerve. He'll run her right the fuck over. She does not get that. The Democrats don't get that. They think that they're coming from an angle of strength because they control the House. They don't control the Senate. They don't control the White House. They don't have shit in the game right now on the note of power in reality. And they don't understand this. Besides the fact of the optics of the situation, because they look worse and worse and worse, because they're the ones that are not willing to compromise. All right? If they gave Trump the money on this wall and opened up the government, they would look a lot better than if they keep going, no, fuck you, no, no, no. And they don't get that. They really don't. Reporters were told Thursday that the White House press secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders would be holding a hastily called late afternoon briefing. Instead, walked out Trump, flanked by members of the unions that represent Border Patrol and immigration enforcement agents. It was the first time delivering remarks at the briefing room podium. Yeah, and the funny thing is when you have those two unions at your fucking side, that the heads of them, you got a lot of people to back you on the note of in their employ. See, this is another thing that pisses off the Democrats. Here you are, you have two unions that aren't sucking their dick, that ain't courting them. They're sticking with Trump. And I don't like that because unions are their bag. That's another thing that's irking them, I'm sure, with this. You can call it a barrier. You can call it whatever you want, Trump said. But essentially, we need protection in our country. We're going to make it good. The people of our country want it. Yes, they do. How the hell do you think he got fucking elected? Enough people voted on that one issue alone to say, hey, maybe we should pay attention to this shit. Because there were some one-issue voters that wanted border security, that wanted the wall. One issue. Besides the fact that Hillary was a psycho hose beast, but hey. Trump said his meeting with the union officials had been long planned and just happened to come at a very opportune time. He also claimed his refusal to budge was winning praise, telling reporters, I have never had so much support as I have in the last week over my stance on border security. Because he realized when he was going to take the $1 billion and his base went, dude, what the fuck? He realized, it snapped him back and he went, oh, that's right. You know, I've been kind of isolated from these people and, they managed to get my attention on this one. I should be paying a little more attention to them. And he's not paying attention to the establishment fucks as much on this shit. And he's back on track with like doing what he said he would do for the American people. Polls show a majority of Americans oppose the border wall. No, a poll that is questionable. I love this shit. There's like one poll and it says a majority of people. And you look at it's a sketchy fucking poll. Although Republicans strongly support it. Excuse me, dipshits. You dumb fuck. if the majority of Americans oppose the wall, you stupid, holier than thou, high on your own farts fuckwits, Trump would not have got elected. If it was such a big divisive issue, Trump wouldn't have got elected. Fucking people. These fucking establishment legacy fucking left reporters, they got no fucking clue. They are so out of touch with reality. Like, one poll shows that the majority of Americans are against the wall. White House and Department of Homeland Security officials have spent recent days trying to make a public and private case that the situation at the border has reached a crisis situation that demands more money than Democrats have offered. Yeah, it has. When literally our border is so porous that we have illegals just flowing right the fuck across it. We don't have enough money going to that shit. Now, you can either constantly throw money and manpower at the problem, or you can build a fucking wall and patrol the wall, maintain the wall, and keep your costs down that way. And you need less manpower. See, that's the thing that they don't understand, that it is a fucking crisis. We literally have thousands of people that came in a caravan, you know, tens of thousands. We got the next caravan that's going to be coming. It's like 15,000 fucking people. How the hell? All these people just showing up going, let me the fuck in. You know, how the hell is that not a crisis? Okay. Just on the note of that, then there's the drug situation and the crime situation. See, another thing, there are parts of Arizona where there are literally signs telling Americans, don't go through here because the cartel controls the fucking area. I mean, that's some fucked up shit. That's a crisis at the border. I mean, come on now. I mean, Trump tweeted an ominous video Thursday with images of what appeared to be migrants trying to rush the border and clashing with law enforcement beneath the words crisis at the border, drugs and crime. It's pretty succinct. The video concludes with footage of Trump at the border, along with the audio from one of his rallies in which he vows to build his promised border wall, and the crowd chants, build the wall. Yeah, see, that's another thing. You try to say, oh, the majority of Americans don't want a wall. But you literally have Trump packing whatever venue he goes to with thousands of people waiting outside, and they all want the wall. Hillary Clinton and the Democrats couldn't, Obama, no one. They can't fucking get more than 50 people to fucking show up. And you want to try to play it like, oh, people are against the wall. The actual, what you can see, the reality of things says otherwise. I'm sorry to break that to you, but you're fucking idiots. People aren't going to buy into this shit if you keep, it's the idea of Chicken Little and the sky is falling. People aren't going to buy into your bullshit if you keep slinging it like you are. The Democratic package to end the shutdown includes a bill to temporarily fund the Departments of Homeland Security at current levels, with $1.3 billion for border security, far less than Trump has said he wants. Through February 8th, as bipartisans talk would continue, it was approved 239 to 192. Yeah. Democrats also approved a separate measure to fund the Departments of Agriculture, Interior, Housing, and Urban Development, and others closed by the partial shutdown at levels Senate Republicans had largely agreed to last year. The bill, which will provide money through the end of the fiscal year, September 30th, was approved 241 to 190, with several House Republicans joining Democrats. Yeah. And guess what? I hate to break it to you, but shit ain't gonna happen. And those House Republicans probably pissed off more than a few of their fucking constituents. So, yeah, this isn't gonna work out well for you guys. Just saying. The White House has rejected the Democratic package. Yeah, rightfully fucking so. It's not what Trump wanted. The fuckers don't want to work with him. They talk about, well, Trump... See, the Democrats talk about, well, Trump doesn't want to work with them. They are literally making a demand saying, you are going to do this and you're going to fucking like it. And he's like, no. Ultimately, I have the power of veto, bitches. I have the power to declare a state of emergency. I will give you something, like some social program, something to do with the fucking Dreamers, whatever. He'll give them something on that note for the $5 billion for the wall. Which, I'd say on the note, if they were to get the Dreamers, to me, $5 billion is a cheap fucking price to pay. See, now, if he was to throw that out there, if he was to say tomorrow, I will sign off on a law that gives Dreamers a path to citizenship, he could royally fuck them tomorrow. Because you know, they would sit there and say, okay, we'll take that, and you're not getting the wall. And they would demand it. And they would look like complete and total fucking spurging idiots. Because they literally would get what they want on the Dreamers. They would have a path to citizenship. But they won't take it. They would not take it. Mark my words on that. If he was to do that, they would not take it. They don't get it. They just don't understand that they're not in a position to make demands or to negotiate with any leverage. They're the ones at the disadvantage here. And they're actually dealing with a guy who does negotiations. And if it means you have to play hardball, he'll fucking play hardball. Why not fully fund the Department of Homeland Security? Why doesn't the Pelosi bill do that? Said White House Counselor Kellyanne Conway. Yeah, exactly. Very well said, Kellyanne Conway. I agree with that, because that's not the point of this. We're not going to give Trump what he wants, and if that means we're just going to have to fund this shit to get shit done and ignore him, we'll do that. They don't care about this country. They care about votes. They care about their agendas. They don't care about the nation as a whole. Senate Democrat leader Chuck Schumer urged Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to put the House Democratic package on the Senate floor and send it to the president, saying it would show Trump the sweet light of reason. Oh, shit. Coming from a fucking deranged lunatic who had no reason if it fucking bit him in the ass. That's funny. Him and Pelosi have no clue what fucking reason is. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. You know, all I got to say is the next 2 years between Chuck Schumer and Pelosi, with her in charge now, are going to be a fucking laugh a minute. Especially if Trump plays hardball the next 2 years. Like he's doing with this. Oh, shit. McConnell has dismissed the idea as a total non-starter and a waste of time. Yes, because it is. But some Republican senators appeared open to at least part of the Democrats' proposal. Yeah, because it just happens to be the same fucking bitches that tend to, on the Republican Party that will bend over and tend to work, not work, but cuck would be the more appropriate word, to the Democrats, like Susan Collins of Maine. I'm not saying their whole plan is a valid plan, but I see no reason why the bills that are ready to go, on which we have achieved an agreement, should be held hostage to this debate over border security, said Senator Susan Collins, Republican, Maine. Yeah, exactly. See, yeah. She's one of those ones that, tends to fucking bow down to the Democrats. I don't understand how in Maine they fucking elect a Republican like her. Congress needs to take further action on border security, but that work should be done when the government is fully open, added Senator Cory Gardner, Republican, Colorado. No. Because the government opens up, it will never fucking be talked about again. You fuckers will ignore every fucking bit of it. You will seriously do everything to avoid it. We're not stupid. We are not stupid fucking people. But you see, these idiots in fucking Congress, okay? Regardless of which house of Congress it is, whether it's the Senate or the House itself, okay? They are so out of touch with their constituents, and they have this idea that they believe that they are smarter than they really are and that they can pull the wool over the American people's eyes. It doesn't take a fucking rocket surgeon to figure out that he's like, well, we can pass this shit, and then when the government's open, we'll talk about it. And then when that time comes, he'll just fucking be like, no, something else came up, let's ignore it. I mean, people aren't stupid. Vice President Mike Pence, who was on the Hill Thursday to swear in new senators, took a hard line, telling Fox News Channel's Tucker Carlson, bottom line, if there's no wall, there's no deal. Yeah. See, the Democrats have been doing this for fucking years. They did it with Obamacare, telling the Republicans, you have to pass this to be able to read it. Now they're getting a taste of their own fucking medicine, and they don't like it. They don't like the fact that there's a Republican out there that isn't going to cuck to them, that isn't going to bend over and let them jam their pathetic little dicks up the ass of that person, okay, of that Republican, without any Vaseline. That shit's ended, and they don't like it. They no longer have that ability to just bend over Republicans and fuck them up the ass. And have them take it. They can't handle that. Like I said, if Trump were to say, look, I'll make it so that the Dreamers have a path to citizenship. I will sign whatever legislation does that. Okay? They would still tell him to fuck himself on his wall. And they would have exactly what they want with that Dreamer shit, which you notice they haven't really talked about it. They've been kind of fucking avoiding it. If he was to throw that out there, they would be fucked. Trump has said the partial shutdown, which began December 22nd, will last as long as it takes to get the funding he wants. Damn right. I agree with it. This is one reason why I voted for him. The White House said Trump made calls Thursday to the family of Corporal Ronald Singh, the Newman, California police officer shot to death during a December 26th traffic stop. The suspected shooter is a Mexican man accused of living in the U.S. illegally. Republicans have seized on the case to call for tougher border security. No, he's not accused of living in the U.S. illegally. He is documented as living in the U.S. illegally. I love this shit. The suspected shooter is accused. No, he does live in the United States illegally. He is literally a fucking illegal. Documented that he lives here. But he's accused of living in the U.S. illegally. No, he isn't illegal. He is living in the U.S. Therefore, he is actually living in the U.S. illegally. Sorry to break it to you, AP. I mean, this just goes to show they're fucking biased. Okay, with the Dems pass funding for funding plan without wall, Trump digs in. They're trying to make it sound like, he's the one that's just being a spurging fucking retarded little child when it's them. Because Trump is like, I'll work with you. Give me the fucking wall. I'll give you whatever the fuck you want. And they could seriously get something bigger than the $5 billion that Trump wants for the wall in the long haul. Like the Dreamers having a path to citizenship. I mean, I keep bringing that one up, but that's a big one. They don't get it. They don't have control or power in this situation. They're not going to bend Trump over and fuck him up the ass. It's just not going to happen. And Republicans are more apt to stand up against the Democrats because when they see Trump doing it and he's acting like an alpha male, if they cuck, they know that they ain't going to get reelected. Yeah. So, I mean, this is some funny shit. They say, the Republicans have seized on the case for and the call for tougher border security. When you have this as a constant fucking thing playing out, multiple incidents with illegals killing Americans, day in, day out, 365 days a year. Yeah, there's a problem. All right, I'm not saying it's like every single day, but it's a common occurrence, relatively speaking. When you have that going on, there's a reason that you should, that's a reason why you should probably secure the fucking border and allow, people to come here legally after, having, criminal background checks and shit like that. Just saying. But anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.